Hi guys and gals, it's your friendly neighborhood psychic and spiritual medium, Lanna Kay. And I know that it's been a little while, like 6 weeks since I posted a video since Mercury retrograde and the solar eclipse. So it has been very, very intense for me and for the rest of the world here in America and abroad. There have been very intense energies and very intense situations coming into fruition. A couple months ago, I had predicted, not publicly, but to family and friends, that this was going to be a really intense hurricane season for America, and I was warned about it by Spirit, and a lot of hot water in the Atlantic, and solar storms, solar eruptions that are triggering earthquakes and hurricanes and other things. It's also creating heart problems and paranoia. And during these times, I was feeling very high anxiety, and I didn't know where it was coming from. Even my husband, who has nerves of steel, had 3 panic attacks during this time. And a lot of people have called me and asked me about these intense feelings that we all seem to be picking up. And I picked them up. We had a loss in our family. Our pet, our cat, Cooney, ran away and was struck by a car on September 9th. And we mourn the loss of our family members, whether they are human or animal. It took this is why it was so hard for me, because we were so grieving over the loss of our family pet. And we had a lot of other things coming up. Generally, I was sort of caught in the crosshairs, but people in my immediate family were directly dealing with these energies and facing stuff that they had to face, and it was extremely uncomfortable. But I'm happy to report that everything is better now, even though that things seem to have gotten worse. On a personal note, that this stuff just needed to be cleared out. Even if we didn't know where it came from, it was just there, and we had to deal with it. So thank you for your prayers and concerns, and I greatly appreciate it. And my heart really goes out to everyone that has been affected by all of these hurricane storms in Houston, in Florida, in the Puerto Rico. And I light a candle. I have bunches of candles lit, and I also light a candle, and my heart goes out to Las Vegas and the mass shooting that occurred there. And it's just been a very hard time that I can't even go watch the news or turn on my Facebook. I have to kind of stay away because it's very overwhelming, and not just in the public, but we're overwhelmed on a personal note. But these are the things that we have to face. We are shifting. We are moving forward. Every single one of us. No one is left behind. Even if you don't know what's going on, you're still moving up. But because if someone doesn't know really what's happening, they're going to feel it a lot worse. But those for us that are on that forefront, us light workers, us light bringers, we've been doing this work for a very long time. And now we are seeing the stuff that we're doing right coming into fruition. And we know that it is going to get better. But before it gets better, it's got to get worse, because we have a lot of stuff we got to give up. And we have taken on, as light workers, those who is watching this video right now, old soul that you are, you have taken on everybody's stuff. Okay, so we have a new job. Stop taking on everybody's stuff. I'm very guilty of this. I want to help others so much that I neglect myself and I don't take care of me. And now our job is to live and let live. We have to stay out. We have to realize that that is not our stuff. And we got to let it go. That means that we have to let go of our family's drama. We have to let go of family and stuff that we take on ourselves that does not belong to us. If it happened a long time ago, if it happened at work or something like that, we take it very personal. And it doesn't belong to us. Just like a majority of our thoughts. They don't come from us. They come from our atmosphere. What's around us. Who's around us. We're picking it up. These emotions that we feel. We don't feel them for ourselves. We feel them. We're picking them up from mass consciousness. From the people that we're around. The people that we surround ourselves with. And we have a hard time knowing where we start and they begin. And now it is time that we, as much service to others and love to others that we have made possible, we had to turn that around now. Because this is where light workers like myself, old souls like myself, are getting stuck. We have to turn that around to ourselves and start caring about ourselves and showing ourselves that much love and that much light. Because the work that we were put on this planet to do, we have done. And now it is our retirement. When you worked at a job for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, one day you're going to retire. And you are going to take that pension and you are going to enjoy the golden years of your life. This is, light workers, the golden years of your life. We are transforming our life to be that of ease. But that starts when we start letting go of other people's stuff. And we turn that around and love ourselves. So I encourage you to take care of you and love you. If you keep on taking care of other people and putting yourself last, you are being selfish to you. All the goodness that you are, that belongs to you. All that compassion, all that love, all that nurturing, all that caring, compassion that you have given to others, it is time to turn that around and give that to you. Please give yourself permission to love you and let everybody else go. Let their dramas go. They have to learn on their own. You cannot do it for them. Okay, so for the forecast, I am forecasting the new moon on October 19th. Now, the new moon, is new moon in Libra, October 19th. This moon makes us extremely sensitive to collective emotions. those great business sense people will be able to capitalize greatly. And people that will make the news will be people that you love and hate. So, we know Trump is going to trump the media again because we love to hate it. Okay? And, we hate Trump because he's a bad, we hate Trump, but we love him because he makes so many people laugh, and so many comics write good jokes. And even though that, so you could find a silver lining. And the new moon also conjuncts Jupiter, bringing eternal optimism, and expect the over-the-top actions and reactions. And the new moon is conjunct Mercury, and it adds a naughty, nice playfulness to the new moon, common sense and intuition. Mercury flavor moon gives a great sense of humor, charm, and instinctive timing. I know a lot about the moon Mercury conjunct because that is in my natal chart. And, so hopefully I'll be making some people laugh. But the new moon also opposites Uranus, and is going to be high motion, drama-filled headlines, revolutionary energy. So if you are there may be some religious, social protests, and they could turn violent during this energy between Jupiter and Uranus, with the new moon and Mercury all involved. So they're playing heavy in this end of Libra, and the Jupiter opposite Uranus triggers pursuit of personal freedom. So you might be trying to get yourself out of debt. That could be one thing to help with your personal freedom. Uranus is the shock and awe. And, she is going to shock you. She is going to bring stuff and shake you up. And she's going to shock people away from their computer devices. Because, you got Jupiter and Uranus. Uranus is over technology. And Jupiter is about expansion and making things bigger. And, so you're going to see these energies kind of play out against each other. So just be careful out there. This energy is still going on. And from Spirit, I get that there will be another energy shift around October 23rd, October 24th. And this is going to be the last major energy shift of 2017. But it's going to be, we're going to see it more. We've had 4 major shifts this year. The last one was during the Great American Solar Eclipse, and this one is going to be right after the new moon, right before Halloween, and we might start feeling its effects by Halloween to November. So just to keep up, that there is going to be more things unraveling in your life. And I just want you to take a breath when those things happen, that there is a plan and you're going to be okay. And that you're going to make it through, and we're going to make it through together, and you're going to make it through this. We're going to face whatever it is, and we're going to get through it. We're going to live to tell about it. Like we've gotten through this one, there is more to come. The eclipse energy is still in effect, and its height will be in that into October to the beginning of December area, where you're going to feel that energy hit more. So this is sort of like we get this little breather for a couple weeks, and then we're going to get thrown right back into another heavy, intense energy. But remember, this has to break you free, and it has to loosen you up to get you ready for the next thing. And so I also pulled some cards for the new moon, and this will last until the November new moon. So the first card that I got is the Magician. Let me see if you get that. The Magician and the Mirror. Okay, and knowing and using your true power represents personal and spiritual power. In this man's left hand, he holds fire of passion and action. In his left hand is the vortex of water, of light, and reflection. This card states that you are the magician. Within your grasp are amazing forces of spirit and earth, with clarity and creativity given to you. Given to you for transformation. This is an important time for you where you are able to transform your difficulties into blessings. So, this card just tells you exactly what the energies out there, what the cosmos and the stars are saying, that this is a blessing in disguise, and that a lot of this stuff has a purpose, even if we don't understand what that purpose is. We have to take a step back, look at it from the higher perspective, and know that everything has to happen. Everything has a purpose in our life. And next, I pulled out Broken Heart in Reversed. And Broken Heart in Reversed, it's a time for renewal and hope. The pain and trauma that you have suffered are behind you, and great joy is on the way. You are free to move forward. Finish letting go of any trauma or grief and open yourself up to loving intention. So this is really like, I'm already blown away. First card is, just validating the things that the hope and the eternal bliss. We know that the light is at the end of the tunnel. We know it, and it is. And this hurt and this pain that we are all experiencing, we need to let it go. Let it out, let it go. The only way we can let it go is if it comes up and we can get rid of it. And here is a great validation that we can move forward. We can go beyond our grief and our pain and our suffering and focus on joy, on bliss, on love, loving ourselves, honoring ourselves, having compassion for ourselves, and accepting ourselves in all that we are and all that we do. So, let go. Let go. And be that magician that you truly are. You can create the life that you want. And our last And final card that I pulled is Healer of the Ages. And that reminds me of someone very special to me. It reminds me of Christ. And I've had a very close relationship with Jesus since I was little. And I had a near-death experience. And I've seen this being in my life, like face to face. And in that near-death experience that has given me, opened the doors to my intuition and allowed me to see beyond the veil and, enhanced my gifts and to bring this internal wisdom from my sacred heart to yours, and knowing that love is all that matters. And what this card represents is this powerful being, the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. Divine consciousness pours through his hands and through his sacred heart, flowing into you. This amazing being is with you now, helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. Know on the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. Isn't that beautiful? So, in this card, in this meaning, it talks about blocked energy, stuck, stagnant energy. And when we're sick, the energy in our bodies, in our ancestry, in our DNA, in our earth, there's these energies that are stuck. Some of them since Atlantis and before that. And these energies right now are cleansing out. They're moving out. But a lot of times before they move, they like to leave a mess behind. And to know, so you know that they were there. And so let's just acknowledge that there is this stuck energy on earth, and let's let it go. We can all join our hearts together and just allow it to go and allow it to leave in great ease. And we can just picture, visualize with our third eye that all this stuck energy is just loosed up, and we send love to it and we allow it to move forward. We just allow it and we let it go. And with that, we have to, it's going to allow us to let a lot of things go that we've been carrying that doesn't belong to us. The suffering of our parents, the suffering of our children, the suffering of our partner. And we take it on as our own. If we said the right thing, if we done the right thing, and we have all this guilt and all this, are we doing it right? And all this stuff that doesn't belong to us. We have beliefs that we don't even believe. It was just passed down to us. Here, this is your belief. Here, this is your script. Take it. And we took it. Now it's time to let it go. That's not mine. That's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. And loving who you are without the obligation to take from others and let them tell you who you are. Because nobody can do that. You are who you are. And when you get in touch with that, with your I am presence, that's all that matters. And so we're all going through this journey together. And some of us are at different points of our journey. Some of us started a long time ago, and that is so that we can help those behind us. But how do we help those behind us if we are no longer taking on other people's stuff? Well, it is simple. When you become awakened, you add to everyone else. When you become an awakened individual to your light, to your love, to your wisdom, then everybody else sees it. It affects everyone when you take care of you. It just happens. It's just they see something in you that's changed, and then they become more lighter. You know, at first you might be ridiculed. At first you might say, "Oh, what's going on with you? You seem different. You seem weird." You know, and old people, some of your old friends might not be your friends anymore. Some of your family might not get you anymore. You know, some of you might move or leave a relationship. You know, these things happen. You know, enlightenment and evolution kind of shake your life up and for the better. But it comes with a lot of loss, because grief is when you grieve, because we're always in grief when we lose something, when we gain freedom. When we gain more freedom for ourselves, we tend to grieve for it. We grieve for that time when we had a connection with someone else, you know. So I think I'm rambling a little bit, and I don't want to take any more of your time. Just leave it short and sweet, and hopefully I will be back soon to give you another video. I think I might try to do a meditation video, something that's helped me through this time. It might just give me like a week, and I will post that for you. And I look forward to seeing you soon in the future. And lots of love. And my candles are lit for you. And lots of love to you from my home to yours. Have a blessed and beautiful one.